Did Emperor Qin Shi Huang build the Great Wall? China boasts a magnificent structure that stretches for thousands of miles and has proudly showcased its grandeur for over 2,000 years. This is the Great Wall. When people talk about the Great Wall, they often mention Emperor Qin Shi Huang. After all, without his command, how would we have the Great Wall we know today? However, the Great Wall was not an original creation of Qin Shi Huang. Before the Qin dynasty, during the Spring and Autumn and Warring States periods, people were already building walls at the borders to defend against foreign invaders. One such state was Yang. Due to its weak national strength and insufficient military forces, the king of Yang was worried that his territory would be annexed by other states. Therefore, he vigorously constructed defensive fortifications, building high and thick walls along the border to repel enemy attacks. The king of Yang recruited many craftsmen and urged them to complete the walls quickly. Yang was located in the north, where winters were extremely cold. Despite the harsh weather, the king of Yang did not allow the workers to stop, instructing the overseers to tell them, "When the wall is finished, then you can go home." The workers had to work tirelessly. The stones and bricks used for the wall were held together with a thin mortar, which was not very strong. A slight push on the wall could cause it to collapse, requiring the workers to rebuild it and thus prolonging the construction time. The more anxious the workers were, the more mistakes they made, and wall collapses became frequent, much to the craftsmen's frustration. "At this rate, we'll freeze to death in this desolate place," they lamented, wiping their noses and looking worried. During the cold days, the workers preferred mixing the mortar because the mud had to be mixed with hot water in low temperatures. They would place a large iron pot on 3 big stones, fill it with water, and heat it with firewood. The steam from the boiling water helped keep the workers nearby warm, making it a desirable task. Unfortunately, there was only one large pot for the entire construction site, and it was used continuously day and night, causing the pot's bottom to become brittle. No one noticed this issue because everyone was too busy. Little did they know that their work oversight would lead to a peculiar discovery. One blustery afternoon, the pot finally gave out, and a large hole appeared in the bottom, spilling all the water onto the 3 supporting stones. The workers sighed and shook their heads. What bad luck! Nothing ever goes right. At that moment, an old worker noticed that the stones, when hit by the boiling water, had produced a lot of powder resembling white flour. He mixed the powder with water and found it much stickier and more resilient than the thin mud. He excitedly said, "It seems we've encountered a stroke of good luck. Heaven must be helping us." Curious, everyone gathered around and found that the white powder was indeed very useful. They began using it instead of the thin mortar to fill the gaps between the bricks. The next day, they were pleasantly surprised to see that the wall was very sturdy and could not be pushed over. The powder had a miraculous effect, allowing them to speed up the construction. This powder was lime. From then on, the people of Yang learned to produce lime, making their buildings more robust than those of other states. Later, Qin Shi Huang learned of this special skill from the people of Yang. When he ordered the construction of the Great Wall, he commanded the people of Yang to handle the lime production. The people of Yang lived up to the task, making the Great Wall exceptionally strong. The mountains where they produced the lime came to be known as the Yang Mountains.